Okay, so welcome back to another edition of the Nerdcast. My name is Dan Schessel, and on today's Nerdcast, we have joining us Curtis from An Idiot's Thoughts. Say hello.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Man, this music gets me so amped. Like, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's a thing where I can only hear it, and Trina will not be able to. Because usually what I do is I fake listening to the guest for a few moments. I have to do the quick plug in between. This is why I have a co-host.
Oh, you should check. Yeah, if I would have known that in the beginning, I could have just said anything, and you would have been like, "Right on, man, that's awesome."
Exactly.
And then it would have been, whoa, what did he just say?
It is the secret of the Nerdcast. Revealed here today. Also on today's edition of the Nerdcast, we have Trina.
Hi.
Say hello. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
I'm filling in for Chelsea.
Yes.
Couldn't make it this week.
Which is very sad that Chelsea could not make it here this week. But we got Trina here, which is awesome. We still need the female protagonist in this Nerdcast here. All right, I'm gonna take this off now because I don't need that, and this thing keeps falling out of my ears.
Closer to me.
Well, make it look like I love you or something.
Yeah, make it look that way.
Oh boy.
All right. Hold on, just pull that in a little bit more. All right. So later on in the episode, we will talk a little bit with Curtis about An Idiot's Thoughts and sort of what he does. I feel like I'm blocking you.
Yeah, you totally are.
You should move forward.
Terrible camera angle.
I should move that a little bit later. So we'll talk to him a little bit later about An Idiot's Thoughts. But first, I like to go around the virtual table and ask everybody how their week was. So we like to start with the guest to put them on the spot. How was your week, Curtis?
My week was awesome. And you know what? This is something that is so cool to be doing and to be on your show. First of all, I got to thank you, for having me on. This is what's making the week awesome right here, is being a guest on your show. See that? See?
That's a little flattery. I can see
that's it right there.
It goes a long way.
Yeah, that's it. No, actually, it's going really, really good. We're gearing up now, I guess, for Christmas, and I know it's still early to be saying this kind of stuff, but he's changing the camera angles. I just got dizzy for a second.
Sorry.
Oh, there we go. That's okay. Yeah, it's going real good. You know, I know you guys are going to probably hate me and everybody in Edmonton for saying this, but the Oilers are realizing that a Stanley Cup might not happen this year. So
not news for us around here.
No, it's going really, really good. And yeah, you did put me on the spot, but that's awesome. There's no snow here, which is I'm finding really, really weird. But as soon as I say this, as soon as we put this, probably it's gonna snow.
Yes, it will.
How was your week?
So far, so good. We got a chance to finally go and watch Doctor Strange on the weekend.
Oh boy.
What day was it?
Friday?
Oh my goodness. It was mind-bending the way they did that movie. I know you guys went to go see it, and I'd kind of like to know a little bit of your thoughts on the movie. I really enjoyed it, actually.
Okay.
Especially for sort of the paranormal kind of end of the Marvel universe. I think they handled it really well. They actually gave Dormammu a face, which was good.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, go ahead. I'll let you finish, and then I'll be more than happy to tell you my thoughts. Yes.
I am sure you got other thoughts on it. But
this is coming from the diehard Marvel guy.
this is the diehard Marvel guy. So I mean, overall, I was happy with the way it turned out. That was me. Anyways, your thoughts.
Okay. So you were on the show once, and I really want to have you back again on our
Yes.
little our review, Idiots of the Round Table. And one of the guys that's on there, Jeff Riche, he's a DC fanboy, huge DC fanboy, and he gave that movie 10 out of 10. He said it's the best Marvel movie that they've ever made. So I was stunned. I didn't know anything about Doctor Strange. I thought he was always that guy that you saw in the background. Like he was the add-on character to major events. And I didn't think that he could keep a movie like for himself. Mm-hmm. And I was actually surprised. This movie blows Inception out of the water. If everybody loved Inception,
yes,
the visual effects, like you're saying, ridiculous, and it sucks you in because you actually believe this because you're just, holy man, this is Marvel. And when they do this, it didn't look fake. It looked, they're bending time and reality, and this is what they can do. This is their powers. Again, I knew nothing about him as a character other than just some random guy. And the acting, spot on, perfect. But again, Benedict Cumberbatch, like really, like it just seems like all the roles are going to certain people, and they're just not letting new actors get into this. They could have brought a new guy in. I'm sure he would have done just as well. It's a Marvel movie. Like nobody messes up Marvel, honestly. Well, okay, all right. Okay, all right.
There is. We won't speak. Yeah. Yeah. Sony just has to relinquish some stuff here. But aside from all that, the way the visuals, like you said, Inception, it blows Inception out of the water.
Oh yeah,
it really does. I absolutely loved the visual effects. You're probably right on Benedict Cumberbatch. I think he turned a corner about midway through the movie when he got the goatee. I think that's sort of when he started to step a little bit more into that role a little bit more. Before that, and even still, like when he was arguing about him being a doctor, anyways, go watch the movie. If you haven't watched the movie yet, go watch the movie. It was absolutely fantastic. Mind-bending is definitely the word.
Sorry.
For this, what is your thought? I should ask you that. I don't even know really.
I thought it was alright. Like the visuals were great. I also did not know much about Doctor Strange going in, so I was like, meh, but I don't know. The story was almost too simple for what they were talking about, I felt.
Really?
Like the metaphysical like realms and stuff like that, like and the interdimensional stuff?
Yeah, it was almost too simplified, which I mean it was probably good in a way, but I don't know. It just felt like the story could have gotten deeper and more involved almost. It was like the lady chick, whatever her name was all like, oh, you'll figure it out. And then they were like, oh, she's drawing on the dark force. And then they're like, but it's okay. Oh, it is. Oh, yeah, it's okay. Like, I don't know. There could have been a little more plot.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. There could have been, but it's the whole Marvel where some of the storyline maybe doesn't need to get you there. It's just look at the pretty colors. Look at the pretty pictures, everybody. And the story, don't worry about it too much. Just, oh, look. And that's why I didn't give it 100%, but it's not like I'm going to tell people not to go. It's, you love Inception. This movie, the visuals are going to blow you away.
To me,
it's pretty. And I mean, Benedict Cumberbatch was eye candy. That's all he was there.
Oh my God.
That's the only reason they cast him. Really?
Yeah, but there are like millions.
Your girlfriend, come and see a Marvel movie. Benedict Cumberbatch is in it? Oh, well, maybe I'll go.
Just trying to get the girls to come out.
The only reason they cast him.
It's true. It got me to go.
Oh my! Wow. Okay.
I mean, I'm more of a Stephen Amell fan myself, but
anyways,
he's DC, so we're not.
It's still. Their DC's doing better with the TV than they
Yeah.
are doing with their
It was
movies.
horrible.
You know what? Okay, in saying that, then I've had this discussion with a few people, and I'll ask you, what do you think of the whole Gotham TV show?
We dropped it.
We couldn't make it through a whole season.
Wow, really? You just thought it was all nonsensical, and they
Oh,
just don't know what the
no.
hell's going on,
The
or
acting was shit. I'm sorry.
We don't.
Oh, we don't swear. I'm sorry. I broke our own rule. Yeah, no, the acting was terrible. It was just like
It was pretty
it
bad.
was brutal. We couldn't handle it. It's too extreme.
Okay.
Yeah,
It was a little
it was
much.
bad.
Yeah.
That was pretty much the one main reason. It was like the characters were just too over the top. They were trying too hard to make the characters.
Characters. Yeah.
So I don't know. And then yeah, the storyline just didn't really
Okay.
try and. Other than that, like the CW DC shows are all pretty good.
Now, which one would you recommend? I haven't seen any of them, especially Flash or Green Arrow or any. I've never watched any of them. So
Those two.
Really?
Start with those. Two.
Those two are the main ones, I would say.
Okay.
Now, the Arrow is a little bit darker,
Mm.
and the Flash is a little more light and a little bit lighthearted,
okay.
and brighter. But both are just fine. And if you can get past, I'm gonna get together with this person and then
No.
break up for a stupid, really ridiculous reason.
Yeah.
If you can get past that kind of garbage, because it is the CW, then you're fine. If you can't, then don't bother, because
Yeah,
they
it's
do
lot
that
of,
a
like,
lot.
Dumb relationships.
Dumb relationships or really good relationships that they break up because, oh, I don't feel like we should be together anymore.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
some stupid reason.
All right.
You lied to me for holding the truth or something stupid like that. It's the
Oh,
dumbest.
Like bring back the fact that you fathered a child and you didn't tell your girlfriend. They've done that before.
Yeah.
One of their shows.
Yeah, like
It's like their
a soap
signature
opera.
thing.
It's terrible. It's really bad. Other than that, a lot of the plot hooks and the different characters that they bring on the show are pretty good. The visual effects are usually pretty spot on. So I mean, it's fun to watch at least.
Okay, cool. All right, you know what? I will go get season 1 of both of them on your recommendation.
Are they on Netflix?
Awesome. I don't know.
Oh, I think they're on the TELUS one, Crave TV.
Crave TV.
Yeah. So if you have TELUS, it's like
No, honestly, I've got internet, Netflix, and that's about it.
whatever happens over the internet.
Awesome. All right. So that's pretty much it. Like I had a nice 4-day weekend.
Oh, nice.
So I was quite happy about that. I didn't get anything done. My wife's just glaring at me right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all right. We did okay.
It's usually when you get that time off, you don't want to do anything because you've been working so hard. You just want to take that time off and that's it. I'm done. Like, leave me alone for 4 days. And then like as she's looking at you, it's like you didn't do anything. It's like, yeah, I'm good. That's fine.
So, like I said, we have Curtis here joining us today on the Nerdcast. So we're gonna just step into a little bit more about talking about what you do, and what do you do? Because you do quite a few different things, right?
Yes. I do a couple little things: podcasting, video, YouTube, gaming, board gaming. Yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. I'll be in the new year. I'm getting into a few new things, so that's going to be interesting. I can't say anything yet, but yeah, like it's the podcasting. It's what you guys are doing. You guys have been doing this for what, 3 years? You were saying something like that?
Yes.
No.
What?
Not the podcast.
Not the podcast, but just this in general.
Okay, so exactly like what you guys are doing. Actually, you introduced me to this, the whole Google Hangouts thing. Now that I'm going to start, I didn't even know about this. I had no idea. Again, remember, I'm new to all this. I'm just learning all this as I go. And this is so cool. It's the fact that you're actually broadcasting it live. People can come on, they can message, they can do whatever they want. Then it gets uploaded right to I was going to say Google Play, friggin' to YouTube.
Yeah, that too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And as soon as I get this here, hang on 2 seconds. There it is. You can have all the people that are commenting with you live.
Oh man, that is awesome.
If I can actually just pull that out a little bit more. I think that's...
There's one right about it. Did I miss all the Trump jokes? Nope, you haven't. Oh, that is awesome. You see,
Yes.
this is something, Daniel, you want me to call you Daniel or just Dan?
It's whatever.
Whatever?
Just call him whatever.
Call me whatever.
I know you said that when you came. I'm always trying to think of nicknames for everybody that comes on the show, and we still haven't figured one. I'll have to find one out, but you know what? I'll ask your wife. Is there anything that I should know in the way of a nickname?
Not really. He doesn't like Danny.
Oh my God.
That's
Thank
not
you
necessarily
so
true.
much.
There's a lot of people at work that call me Danny.
Okay.
So I
I'm
can't
not
even
allowed
say
to call him that.
no to that one.
So Danny boy.
Just,
that would be good.
what was it?
It's all
What
good.
was it I used to try and call you, Schmoopsy Poo? You didn't like that one too much.
Yeah,
Wow.
it would be a little awkward if you started calling me that. Just saying.
Do it, I dare you.
Yeah.
So
Anyways.
just talking in regards to this, you'll have to show me all this because people can actually write live and you can respond to them, or if people are asking questions or anything like that. And it's an actual live feed. It'll just keep going as people are doing it.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
So I can type something. Here's the typing. That's not.
This is, oh, all right. There we go. Cool.
Yeah. It does happen.
I was just about to say, if anybody wants to ask me about Trump, no problem. I was his campaign manager. I helped get him in, so no problem. You know, that's terrible. You know, the craziest thing is I had a bet with Jeff, and that's why he wore the jersey on the last show, because he was like, he would have bet me $1,000 because we were talking money, and he was so sure of it. It was like we were so close to betting $1,000, and he would have done it in a split second. So would have I, just because the whole craziness of what's going on. But yeah, I don't know what to say. As fellow Canadians, do we even want to say anything about that, or just kind of gloss
I think
over?
as a general consensus as Canadians, I think most people are either in shock or
I think we just need to start building the wall.
yeah, we need to build the wall is what it is.
That's awesome. Oh my God. So we should start a Kickstarter or something like that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Kickstarter. Build
Yeah,
the wall to keep out the Americans.
And they're crazy down there.
No, do not bring your weapons. What? I can't bring my...
I can't
open
bring my
carry?
gun.
Oh, I'm out.
Sad.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. I'm just noticing where you put your cup down, it's actually worn out. Where you put your glass down, it's worn out.
Oh, it's our train table.
Wow.
That's a little bush over there.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was worn out. I was going to be like, wow.
I
No,
put
again-
down there every week.
Again, yeah, Trina does not actually join me typically on the Nerdcast, so today's is very special that she's even here. She usually is the behind the scenes person.
The behind the person.
Behind the person.
Nice.
I hide behind him.
Yes, she hides behind me. He whispers things in my ear while I do the show.
An idiot.
And yeah, because Chelsea is my typical co-host. She couldn't make it this week, so Trina's filling in.
So tell us more about your shows there, Curtis.
So tell me what shows you do. Like you do how many shows?
Do you want me to go through the list?
Just go through the list and tell me what they are. Just the little blurb.
All right. Mondays, is usually The Walking Dead Reviewed, and that's with a buddy of mine back in Sudbury, Ontario, the zombie master Rob Cicetto. We do a quick recap. That's an episodic podcast. Tuesday is Exploring Fort Saskatchewan. That's done with the mayor of Fort Saskatchewan, and that's kind of like what's going on in the city. That might be getting a little bit bigger. Wednesday now is Retro Wednesday. That's old video games that I'm bringing out of the closet to play type thing. This week is going to be one that I played, I think, when I was 10, an old wrestling game. Thursdays is An Idiot's Thoughts. That's the original podcast. That's me interviewing people from Canada, the United States. I'm just finishing up with the MLA of Fort Saskatchewan and Vegreville. And I guess I can kind of say that I'm trying to have on Rachel McNulty. She's going to be one of the guests on. So, nice. Yeah. And from there, I'm actually talking to a voice actor who's going to be coming on the show. There's a few other people that I'm just kind of setting up the groundwork to get the interview. And I'm almost thinking of doing them on here on Google Hangouts, because this is awesome. You just need to have a camera and a mic. And
essentially,
yeah, and that's it. We can do the exact same thing, but it's not audio. Like right now, they're mostly audio, except for the retro gaming. That's video. This Tuesday, actually, Exploring Fort Saskatchewan will be video we're doing on location. Friday's the one that you came to. It's the Idiots of the Round Table. We're sponsored by the local theater in town, and we do movie reviews. Usually I destroy everything because I'm a 40-some-year-old guy who's seen enough movies to know when Hollywood is just regurgitating the same stuff over and over. And it's just
so much lately.
Oh my God.
All they're doing.
Yes. You know what? Okay. In saying that, I have to say one thing. The new Ghost in the Shell trailer.
Yes. What do you think of that?
Oh my God. I have to apologize to Scarlett Johansson for in the beginning, I was like, what the hell are they doing? Why is she in this? It's going to be terrible. They're going to ruin it. And I saw that trailer and it was dead on. And it was like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for thinking that, because that trailer is the cartoon movie.
Yes.
It looks perfect. And when that comes out now again, Batman looked perfect in the trailer. It looked awesome until you went to go see it, and my wife fell asleep. I halfway through it was yelling at the screen. What was that?
They used all the good stuff in the trailer.
That's what I'm saying. It gets so frustrating where you see a trailer and you're like, this movie's going to be awesome. And then you walk out of the theater and you're like, what the F was that? And you just, what's going on? And of course they suck you in with this epic trailer. So hoping that Ghost in the Shell is going to be amazing, because honestly, it looks like a live action cartoon.
It looks amazing. The thing that really gets me, and sort of the feel that I kind of got from it, was sort of a Blade Runner kind of feel.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Where it just, that world just felt like Blade Runner. Now, Blade Runner for me is one of my personal favorite movies of all time. I love that movie to death. That's like I would even have to say it. So it's above Star Wars. I
wow.
I really love that movie.
Hold on. In saying that, then they've remade it like 3 times. Uh-oh.
I do like the directors. I like when
okay.
they
Nice.
updated it. It's fine.
Right.
Yes, Blade Runner is amazing, but that movie, the trailer, made me feel like that movie, and I'm like,
wow,
I need to go see this movie just because of the way that looked. So I am very excited and trepidatious about this movie because I want it to be good, and I have been burnt by lots. So I'm always on the fence. I'm always cautious about things, but man, I really want this to be good. I really do.
Okay, so in saying that, then the new Star Wars coming out.
I'm afraid.
Oh, I'm afraid again for that one.
It looks like they used all the good stuff.
It does. It does look like,
a little scared.
and or I've seen it all by now. I don't think there's anything that they can show me in that movie that is going to make me go, oh, okay.
Like plot wise.
Plot wise, I think I got it all.
Looks like they've told the whole story in the trailer already.
Yeah, I think I've picked out little bits and pieces out of that thing. So maybe we'll see.
Wow.
I'm still excited because of the way it looks, and I still enjoy the movie as it plays out because A, it's Star Wars, B, it's Star Wars, and C, it's Star Wars. So I mean, really,
but it's not Star Wars.
But it's
a Star Wars story.
It's a Star Wars story. So even, and again, we're going prequelish, so we're getting into that little bit of a territory where it's already telling a story that's already been told and didn't really need to be told. So
okay,
we'll see how it goes.
You know what looks really good? Beauty and the Beast.
Oh my god. Really?
Yeah.
Really? Are you actually just saying that?
Oh, my wife is actually saying
A
that.
little bit. It looks pretty cool.
She's actually real.
Oh my god. Okay, I was about to ask about Assassin's Creed, and what do you think of that one? If that one's a little too
Why are they
questionable?
making movies out of video games now?
Because they figured that they can make a ton of money from the people who invest a ton of money playing the games. So they just get a crazy good-looking actor that somebody you should like, and
Okay, but
and then they make him jump off a roof into a pile of hay.
Isn't the point of a video game to tell a story through you playing the game?
Yes, and it's supposed to be better than a movie.
What story do they have left to tell in a movie?
Spanish Inquisition now was never part of the video game. Yeah. Because video games are the only remaining source of original ideas. Oh my God, yes, that he was dead on. That's perfect. Yeah. You know what? In saying that, what games you guys play?
What games am I playing? I am playing Civilization 6, and I cannot stop playing that game.
Oh, how is it?
It is fantastic.
Really? Now, have they changed everything? Is the war a little bit better? Is politics, religion?
I cannot speak to how they've changed it because I've never really played any other Civilization. So,
well, good day, sir. Then good day.
I play lots of other games, but I've never really gotten into Civ 6. But yeah, Civ 6 is one of those games where I can't put it down. Just one of those. I want to conquer the world, and I find when I do go to war in that game, the game grinds to a halt.
Really?
Yes, because I'm now having to take individual turns with all my different armies.
Oh, okay.
Where I wouldn't otherwise. Like they would just kind of sit there and just be.
Yeah, they're in sentry mode. But as soon as you,
right? But as soon as I go to war, it stops the game, and my turns are like very infrequent. But I've managed to get my tech trees up way faster than everybody else in the game, so I may have to up the difficulty on it next turn. I did upgrade the difficulty on this one, this last one, and it's still not hard enough.
Really? Well, you got to check the settings because sometimes if you have, it's almost like the cultural borders, but it's considered a knowledge sharing, and that can raise your knowledge so high if you're bordered by a lot of strong civilizations that are, learning different texts. You gain like a trickle down effect from them, and it helps boost yours. Yeah. And if you're this elite country, then you can gain techs really, really fast. And the biggest one is like that jump to gunpowder out of the Stone Age, and wow, you can wipe out the world really fast.
If you can get a jump on everybody, I'm now at the point where I've actually beat the game on a different of the levels. So I've got a couple of them I beat it on, but I want to get the world domination one.
Nice.
That's what I'm going for in this one. And even though I beat the game and it said I went one more turn. So right now I have all the nuclear weapons. I don't think anyone else has made any attempts to get it, and if they did, I could strike first. So I have managed to eradicate a lot of the different populations and their entire armies in one shot because I have nuclear weapons.
Really?
Yeah, that's how it works.
Oh yeah. Usually, well, you beat them into submission, and then they capitulate, and then you've got all these little worker bees doing everything for you, and you just sit back and you're like Rome, and you just get lazy, and then eventually one of them gets powerful too, and now you're in this huge war. And yeah, nukes do make a big difference. That, and I don't know if they've got the IMDb's, the defense,
Yes.
the nuclear. Yeah. Oh well, geez. Yeah.
They got those. So I mean, I've made a couple of those just in case someone else gets nukes. But I've not seen anybody else have that capability yet. So I'm steamrolling through everybody. I just nuke them in a few strategic places, take over the smaller towns, and then I just kind of roll into their other cities because nobody's guarding them.
Well, no, they're usually frontline defenses, and if you take out all their defenses, then what is there left?
Once they're nuked, there leaves radiation over the city, so that kind of lets it to the point where nobody's living in that city. So I just take a tank, roll it into the city, take it over, roll out.
Oh, so it's technically your city. Yep. You've liberated it, as I'm doing quotes here. Yep. You've liberated it, and then you send in your engineers to clean up the fallout.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds good. Good strategy. Good strategy.
Just wait the rest of the 20 turns. I think it's 20 turns until it's over, till the radiation's gone. Yeah, and then kind of clean up the mess. It's the cities are kind of useless at that point because you got to do a lot of rebuilding, but eventually you get there. Whatever. Anyways, we're way off topic right now because we need to really talk about the shows that you're working on. So I want to know how you started off podcasting.
Okay. Now, this is something that I've wanted to do for such a really, really long time. And I've always been watching YouTube videos, and I've always been seeing people do podcasts and do that. And I've told my wife hundreds, if not thousands of times, you know what, I can do that. I really want to do that. I want to get into this. And the PG version of this is that she just grabbed me by the shoulders and basically said, shut up or do it. You that's it. I don't want to hear this anymore. Just one or the other. So I went and bought the mic, the Yeti mic, which I'm talking on right now.
Yep.
And then I bought the website, and I started with An Idiot's Thoughts. And in doing that, I interviewed my buddy back in Ontario, the guy I was talking about, Rob Cicchetto, who's amazing zombie artist. I think he's one of the best in Canada. He's been doing it for 10 plus years online. And we were talking, and the interview lasted 4 hours, and this wasn't live. So I actually recorded it all, and then I had to break it up into chunks. But I'm sure that you get like this, where you're talking to somebody and you just have such a connection that it's great, and you just want to keep going and going and going. So I think Walking Dead was coming up, or it was in the middle of the halfway season. And I kind of told him, well, since he is technically a zombie expert, he's been on documentaries with like George A. Romero, the whole 9 yards. He knows what he's talking about. Do you want to come do The Walking Dead? So he said, of course. We started the Walking Dead podcast, and the listenership on that was really good because he wrote books, he's wrote comics, he's done everything on different zombies, how they'll attack, how they can survive, how they can do everything. And it's just not a fan watching the show. Now it's somebody who kind of knows a little bit about zombies. So it was so cool doing that. And then from there, I hung out with Jeff, Rusty, and Brian. And it was, well, we talk about movies. And after we go see a movie, we kind of sit at the round table that you came down to. And we'll just pick it apart, or I usually do. I pick it apart and talk about that. And that's how Idiots of the Round Table was born. Going to see movies. And then I thought to myself, well, maybe sponsorship. Maybe I can actually get the local theater to sponsor us in doing this. Lo and behold, they sponsored us. Okay, well, you know what? We're hungry, so maybe I can get a pizza place to sponsor us. Pizza place sponsored us. Well, you know what? We're thirsty, so maybe I can get the local beer place to sponsor us. The local beer place sponsored us. So now in my head, I'm like, you know what? All I need now is Air Canada to come on board. So if I can get them, then I can pretty much go anywhere in the world. Car rentals, maybe a bank, something like that. That would be kind of good too. And that's it. And I think we were talking about the sponsorship like that too. And it was just, I'm that mix of half lazy and half determined. And I'm trying to get more determined. I'll be completely honest. Like I try and get really laser focused on something and then do it. But I'm also like that Labrador retriever where if there's a squirrel that appears on my peripheral to the right, it's like squirrel, and I'm gone and I take over. And Catherine is just like, oh my God, I can just see her. Like I'll have all these ideas written out for new things. And she's like, just, I'm like, I'm trying to think outside the box, sweetheart. And she's like, look, get comfortable in the box, own the box, sell the box. Then you can think outside the box. And now that was kind of the whole discussion before we started, but that's the podcast that are on. A Game of Thrones podcast, sorry, is the other one. And that one, I'm actually amazed. The Lord Commander himself liked it. So Kit Harington actually, so that one for me was, when I woke up and saw that on Twitter, I went, there's no way in hell that that's the real guy. And I clicked the official and I was like, oh, and it freaks you out a little bit because they're like us. They're fans and they love to see fans react to this kind of stuff. And that's what I am. And this is what I'm doing it for. I love this stuff. Like movies, I love video games. I love talking to people. I love, like yourself. When I had you here, it was awesome. And I do want to have you back. I know it's just tough sometimes because you work 12 hours a day and, but we'll figure out something maybe for sure for Ghost in the Shell. Cause I want people that love it. Like you love it and know about it and not just random people coming on the show. Sorry guys, if you're watching, that one's going to be like complete nerded out. Like, oh, the guy's glasses were not really round. Like, you know what I mean? Ridiculous. like that's it. But, so Idiots' Thoughts, Idiots of the Round Table, reviews by idiots, Game of Thrones reviewed, Walking Dead reviewed, Exploring Fort Saskatchewan. I think that's pretty much it. The video game, the board gaming thing now, we actually got a sponsor for that to do board games. That's another thing that we talked about coming on. And and I'm actually, like I was saying, some new stuff's going to be starting up in the new year, so that's going to be cool. And this is my job now. This is it. I went from not knowing anything and finally going, okay, I'm doing this, to this is my job. And I love it. I love getting up every morning early and doing this until I'm literally falling asleep at my computer at 11, 12 at night, and then getting up in the morning and doing it all over again.
That's awesome. That's the way it should be, right?
That's exactly the way. You know what? And that's it. Exactly. You guys love doing this. You've been doing this for a long time, so you know what it's like. You do this, and every Monday, I see the tweets that you do, that you're so pumped to do this, and you're so excited to do this. That's awesome. So people see that. People are watching. People like to know that, you know what? If you're having a good time, they're going to have a good time watching you, because it's not just the same BS that they're tuning into or they're listening to. They're having a good time and they get invested in you. And that's it. I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying myself. And I like that I'm meeting people like you and your wife, people that are the same thing. You like to surround yourself with people that are like that are fun, that are driven, that enjoy doing this. And it's just cool. It's really cool. That's what I'll tell everybody watching and listening. If there's something you want to do in your life, don't look back in 10 years and go, you know what, I should have did it. Do it. Like, we're all comfortable on the edge of the cliff just looking. It's the people that actually jump and take that leap of faith are the ones, you may hit up against the wall and you may hurt yourself, but at least if I fail at this, I'm going to look back going, I did it. I tried it. And if I fail, so what? I failed. Okay, I'll pick myself up and I'll do something else. But I'm not going to look back and go, you know what, I should have did that. Because for 20 years, like I wanted to do voice acting and do all this when I was younger. And I'm 42 now, and I'm just getting started. Am I too old? No, because I'm still a complete nerd. I love all this stuff. So I'm doing it now. And again, thank you for having me on the show. I know I'm talking a lot. I'll just shut up right now and have a drink.
This is what we do on this show is we love to have, and I've said this, if anyone's watched the show before, I like to reiterate to every one of my guests, the reason why we have the show is for the guest. It is for you, and we love to see passionate people. And that's sort of what we are about. We're about passionate people, and there's so many people out in our city that are passionate about what they do. Whatever event that they're holding or whatever thing that they're into, we'd love to have them on the show. And so when we get people like yourself who's so passionate about what he's doing and is so excited about what he's doing, it's awesome to hear. It's awesome to see. So yeah, it's good. That's what we're looking for on this show. We're looking for passionate people, and it's great to see just that exact thing. We do have to sort of wrap it up. So we want to ask you, where can people find you on the web?
They can go to my site for now, and idiotsthoughts.com. Everything's going to be rebranding again in the new year. I've already bought the domain. It's going to be Dominic Digital. That's what everything's kind of falling under, the whole Dominic Digital, I guess you could say, family, like yours. And Idiot's Thoughts was the one podcast, and that's why I bought that. But now, since I've got kind of a family of podcasts and there might be other people joining me in this family, I want to make it so that it's going to be an awesome site that, you know, if there are other, again, I can't really say too much, but if there are other, hey, there could be some people in Edmonton joining me in this, doing their own thing in this family. So right now it's anidiotsthoughts.com. Go there, enjoy yourself. I try and update it every day, every second day. I'm trying, and I really want to do this once every day. Do something on social media. Now we've got a giveaway for Idiots of the Round Table that if you watch the review, there's a question in there. So actually, you know what? I'll put this up for you guys because I'm sure that you guys might want to come out to the fort and watch a movie. There's 2 free tickets available, and I'll ask everybody on here. The last movie, Meet the Joneses. The question was, what was the charity, the fake charity that Gail Gadot talked about in the movie? And before that, for the Marvel movie, Doctor Strange, there's still 2 tickets to give away as well, is what was the first sanctuary to fall? Now, if you guys know this, email me at contests@dominicdigital.com, and there are still tickets to give away. That's including you guys. If nobody does this and you guys put it in, I'll give you guys the 2 free tickets. But you got to send me an email and answer the question right. I'm not going to tell you what the answer is.
Oh, it has to be right.
Yes. Oh, yeah, it has to be right. Come on. Yeah. You just can't. You can't email me and go squirrel and expect me to go, oh my God, they said the magic word. That's awesome. No. Yeah.
Because really, that is the magic word.
That is. Yeah. That's the magic word. See. Yeah. As I put my head down now. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight. This was fantastic.
This was awesome. I'll just take a moment. I want to thank you so much for having me on. And I want to wish you guys continued success.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So before we leave tonight, I'd like to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that's coming up in the city of Edmonton that everyone can go and check out over the next little bit. On November 17, there is Dark Matter, which is at the TELUS World of Science. So that is the kind of like the adult night at TELUS, and that is going to be a lot of fun. So go and check that out. And you can go to, I think, the TELUS website, TELUS World
World
of
of
Science
Science.
website to go and
Mhm.
find out more information about that. Also, coming up, this is coming up really soon. This weekend, KefCon, the board gaming convention in Edmonton. This is the second edition, so this is the second year that they're doing it. We had them on the show here not too long ago, and it was fantastic. And so KefCon is happening on Friday, from Friday to Sunday, the 18th to the 20th, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. There's gonna be a lot of people out there. Go check that out, and you can go to, I believe, just Facebook. Go to KefCon. Just look up KefCon on Facebook. There is warhorn.net/events/KefCon dash second dash
Wow.
edition. Or do you know what? The best way to do this?
Come to our website.
I'll tell you, this is the secret of all these events. Just go to northernnerdnetwork.com, click on the upcoming events tab. There you go. Just like that.
Nice.
I mean, even if you go to northernnerdnetwork.com, you can check out all the events. It's right on the front page. Those are the featured events that are coming up in the next little while. So that is happening. You can also go to, and this is coming up right at the end of the month, the Classic Video Game Championships. And that is on November 26th to 27. So that, I think, is going to be at Nate again. Yes, it is Nate North Lobby. And it is just a bunch of people. They have their CRT TVs. They bring them all down. They set them up all over this room and play some classic video games. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely well worth going to check out. They're absolutely fantastic. Lots of little tournaments happening all weekend. So go and check that out. And that is pretty much about it. It is going to get a little bit quiet over the next little while because it's, Christmas is coming. So go get your presents for your small little children, or if you don't have children, go find some kids to go give gifts to.
That's cool.
Just hey,
that
you know
works.
what? It's not just that. There's so many different, like, Santa's Anonymous. Go give gifts to that thing, because I mean, it is just good to give, and a lot of people who don't have Christmas should have Christmas. So I'm going to endorse Santa's Anonymous here. Go and give a gift to them. And even if you do have small kids, you should get them to maybe give a gift to Santa's Anonymous as well. And you could do that at pretty much anywhere. As soon as Christmas season comes out, this is true though. You can, like, almost walk into any big box store and there will be a big bin. Any mall.
I don't think they're out yet.
They're going to be out soon. They're playing Christmas music in the malls now. I know that.
God.
Mhm.
It is happening. It is happening. So yes, that is it about it. There's a lot of different little gaming events happening over the next little while. So that's it. I want to thank everybody out there for watching, and I want to thank Curtis once again for coming on the show, because it was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, it was. It was awesome.
Oh,
We have to do this again. You know what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
So maybe what I'll do is when I'll have you on my show, and you can be the first one to do the Google Hangouts on my show. How would that sound?
That's awesome. That
All
works.
right, there we go.
Good.
Okay.
All right, Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Someone put it in the comments. I had to take it off because my my video was lagging. But anyways, thank you so much for coming on. I want to thank everybody out there for watching and or listening to this edition of the Nerdcast, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I have outro music.
Music.
Cue the music.